Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson, and on this week's show, we have the head coach of the Ponca City High Steppers, Kristin Smith, with us. And a little bit later in the show, head coach of the Ponca City Wildcat football team, Josh Allen, will be here. We'll recap the game with Norman, and we'll talk about the big senior night, final game of the season, when the Muskogee Roughers come to town Friday night. And that's where we want to start with Kristin Smith. And the High Steppers getting ready for senior night. Always a big night. And tell us what we can expect from the High Steppers on Friday.
Okay, well, senior night is always kind of a bittersweet time for me because I'm definitely excited for my seniors to to move on next year for that next step. But it's always hard to start to say goodbye. I mean, obviously, senior night for football is not our last go round, but still, it is kind of starting to wrap up those girls' year, and so it is a little bit bittersweet for us.
It's the last time out there on the football
exactly
field.
And right. That's the girls love to perform at every venue, but there's just something about being out on the football field in front of your home crowd, and it's hard for them to march off that football field for the last time. And we'll do a high kick that we always kick on last game, and so it's a fun one. It's to country music, and it's different and fun. So I think the crowd will like it, and the girls are excited to put it out there. So
I got to ask you, when they're out there practicing in these cooler temperatures, and that's getting them ready, of course, for Friday night, and it should be fairly cool come game time.
Yes.
How does that affect their performance? Does it, or are there special things you do or have them do to get warm and ready?
Yeah, it actually does. If we were doing anything other than a high kick, it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. But because we are kicking, it affects their muscles, of course. And so they've got to stay warm. They've got to stay warmed up and stretched. And it's hard to do that when it's really cold. So one of the things I do is have them out there in the morning when it's probably even colder than what it's going to be when we kick.
Right.
And at least one time through, I make them just go in like a sweatshirt and their shorts and hose or something. So
right.
They're out. Actually, they can't wear 6 sweatshirts and 3 pair of sweatpants when they're performing Friday night, and you have to have it. Can't be that shock to your body the first time when we're actually performing. So
right.
it's not fun. But
on the sidelines, do you at least have a heater over there?
No.
Can we get the High Steppers a heater?
It'd be
for
nice.
Real.
Thank you.
My goodness gracious.
Trust me, the girls would love that.
Yeah, wouldn't they? Just kind of huddle around. All right. Now, that's a big night. We hope you're at Sullins Stadium Friday night. Muskogee Roughers coming to town. It's senior night for the Pohai Wildcat football team. The High Steppers will be performing, and they will be doing the high kicks. And Kristin Smith, another big couple of performance dates. Not a game, but Panic. And,
right.
and the High Steppers always very involved with Panic. Tell us about what we can expect this year in Panic. And do you help them prepare for that, or are they on their own?
No, I do. It's one of those things that I'm the coach, and I do pretty much everything. But they're getting ready for Panic, and Panic is just kind of a different animal for us. In the last couple of years, we split the team and did 2 different dances. But this year I thought, let's do one big dance. So we're dancing as one big unit this year. We're gonna see if we fit on the stage. We'll give it a shot. I think we can. And if we don't, I'll figure it out to where we do. But and Panic is just different for us. We do a whole different style of dance than we do any other time. We do hip hop during Panic, and my girls, they like to do that. They like to kind of venture out of their comfort zone for just a little bit for those 2 nights and have fun with it. And some girls, it takes some convincing to come out of their shell a little bit, but
right.
They have a good time with it and have fun and so yeah.
Do you go that route because you're going to get a bigger audience reaction?
I just think, honestly, that's kind of become tradition for us in Panic, is to do something totally different than what we do any other time.
Yeah.
And I think the crowd does expect that. They do expect us to do hip hop. And so yeah, I think the girls like that. I think the girls like the crowd getting into it. So, and it's music that they're currently listening to, not 80s rock that I'm going to choreograph to.
Right,
so.
Exactly. Panic is coming up at Pohai on the 20th and the 21st, right before the Thanksgiving break. And then, of course, the High Steppers season continues,
Yeah.
basketball, and tell us what's up next for your athletes.
Sure. December 1st is the first wrestling match. So that's the first game that will be in Robson. And so we're all excited about getting back into Robson and seeing, the progress in there is great. It's going to be amazing when it's all done. But, we're excited to get back in there and get practicing in there again. But December 1st is the first wrestling match. And then it's December 12th is the first basketball game. So as soon as football season gets finished, then, of course, we'll keep Panic on the front burner, but then wrestling and basketball stuff and nationals starts for us. We'll start working on nationals routine. So I got to get choreographing, but I'll get there.
No doubt. They're always staying busy and they're always doing fantastic things. It is the High Steppers, the award-winning High Steppers, I might add, and Coach Kristin Smith, you got to be proud of your athletes always.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
They're great girls.
They work hard.
They do.
All right. That's going to do it for Kristin Smith on this edition of Coach's Corner. Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
And stay close. We will speak with the head coach of the Ponca City Wildcat football team as they get ready for senior night. Josh Allen coming up on Coach's Corner.